Happy Friday, everybody. It's hashtag FAQ Friday, live from my office in Windermere. And this week's frequently asked question has blown me away. As we mentioned last week about the staffing crisis, as I got back from my lake swim, I came to my office and I received an email which was the latest government statistics for the coronavirus job retention scheme. It really shocked me. I nearly actually replaced the frequently asked question from last week. However, I thought it was really important. But this adds on a different element, and it's something that I have had to process and actually go through, because I was absolutely shocked and stunned at the statistics and the figures that were coming through from the HMRC and the government. So I'll go through them, because the one thing about the coronavirus job retention scheme, since the start of the scheme, they've got a cumulative total of 11.6 million jobs have been supported at various times. And this is across all claims submitted to the HMRC up to the 14th of June 2021. But it's interesting to see the levels of furlough seen in these figures, reflecting the easing of restrictions on business activities seen throughout the UK in April and May, with the reopening of businesses such as non-essential retail, restaurants and pubs across the UK. But what was the issue that I was blown away at is the 10 more detailed industry groups with the highest rates of jobs still being put on furlough at the 31st of May 2021. And I'll list these because it will really shock you, knowing full well that we have an industry in crisis with staffing, and yet the percentages of these jobs still on furlough in these 10 more detailed industry groups will blow you away. So as you can understand, passenger transport, 57% still on furlough. However, hotels and similar accommodation, still 57%. That really knocked me for six, as well as beverage serving activities at 43%. We have got the travel agency and tour operator activities 51%, photographic activities 43%, creative arts and entertainment activities 39%, amusement and recreation activities 37%, renting and leasing of personal and household goods 36%, other reservation service and related activities 33%, and manufacturing of wearing apparel 32%. So you can imagine that is a massive percentage of all these industries still on furlough at the 31st of May. Now, I know a lot of people have been brought back off furlough since then. However, you know, when you get the figures like this on the 1st of July, knowing full well for the last 8 weeks you've been discussing staffing crisis and trying to get people employed, and yet we have an abundance of people who are still on furlough. So I have actively this last week been helping my clients to recruit staff from all these areas, and also the next element which has also helped my clients is that where are these people who are on furlough mainly at. So across all these areas, we have 8 of the 10 local authorities with the highest take-up rates at the 31st of May 2021. And this won't shock you for the first few, but the last couple will really blow you away. So they're in London, and we do know London has had a very quiet start to the season, struggling. So I've got clients who've been recruiting from London and all the city centres, but we've got Newham at 15%, Hounslow 14%, Brent 14%, Haringey 13%, Barnet 13%, Redbridge 13%, Waltham Forest 13%, Ealing 13%. But the other two local authorities in the top 10 were Crawley in West Sussex, 14% eligible jobs on furlough, and South Lakeland in Cumbria, 12%. And yet we've got the highest recruitment crisis in the county in Cumbria at the moment across all different industries, and yet we've still got 12% of our employees on furlough. So the reason I've had to digest all this and take it in is, well, what can we do? And I've helped all my clients this last week in actually recruiting in all these areas, but also putting out there, as I mentioned last week on FAQ Friday, about the different benefits that you can be offering to work in the industry, to work in your establishments, and the reason why you're the best employer. But why have we still got this element of people on furlough when we've got such an issue? Is it because some people are overstaffed, or is there another issue that's going on right now? And I'm going to question you today on our FAQ Friday. Are you keeping people on furlough to save money and make hay while the sun shines? And I understand that, but please, there's lots of businesses out there who need their staff. And please, obviously, look after your teams. Is it because we've got fear and anxiety at an all-time high? Well, we've got certainly, as I've mentioned in the last few FAQ Fridays and Showcase Sundays, we've got Hannah Cleesby from HC Training about mental health awareness, mental health training. We have Caroline Pett from Caroline Pett Anxiety Specialist. She is somebody who helps and supports people who are going through anxiety and fear. We've got all these elements, and then I mentioned last week on my FAQ Friday about P4 technology, and also we showcased Catherine Benson, who spoke about P4 technology and what that does for helping you as a business, but helping the industry. So there is no excuse now to be able to actually bring all your teams off furlough, and I urge the government to start looking at reducing furlough now so that we get our staffing crisis under control and actually bring back people into organisations and get as near to normal as we can, because we have got a major issue right now in the industry and throughout lots of industries, especially in Cumbria, and people are still on furlough. But I know across the UK we have businesses where they're closing down 2 days a week to give their staff 2 days off, or closing facilities or closing food operations because they do not have the staff to serve it or be able to access this with regard to the staffing. So we need to work as a team now. We need to work as a country and actually bring our teams off furlough, find out why they are still on furlough at the moment, especially in this current crisis, because those figures astonish me and they really blew me away, especially when we are looking at such a crisis across the UK on staffing. These figures are unacceptable, and we need to certainly address it and bring back our teams and start to bring back a little bit of normality into our lives as we move forward. So I hope that's helped. As always, I'm here to help and support, and I can send all these figures through to you if you wish. Just contact me at alison@ajlakes.com. But these are incredible, and I think we need to now start to work together and actually bring this crisis under control and sort out our staffing issues. May I wish you a happy Friday, a happy weekend, all the very best. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.